You're watching the SB Nation YouTube channel. I'm T. Kyle King from Dogsports.com. Got a little bit of good news out of the SEC earlier this week. From some of the noises we're hearing out of College Station and Columbia, South Carolina, sounds like the Gamecocks and the Aggies are going to take over as one another's permanent interdivision rivals. Why does that matter to us in Bulldog Nation? Well, it matters for this reason. It means essentially that we are going to preserve the idea of permanent cross-division rivals, and that means, thankfully, that the third Saturday in October and the Deep South's oldest rivalry will be preserved as annual affairs. Alabama, Tennessee, and Georgia-Auburn, two of the oldest, most storied series in the history of the conference, appeared to be a little bit in jeopardy with the move to 14 teams and the risk of trying to schedule everyone with an 8-game conference schedule. A lot of people I know wanted to go to 9 games. I personally am not one of them, although I would prefer that to giving up the series with Auburn. And to me, frankly, it comes down to this. If Georgia doesn't play Auburn every year, I don't really care about the SEC anymore. My loyalty to the conference is pretty strong, but it's only strong because it preserves a lot of our history and our tradition. Quite frankly, when it comes right down to it, in terms of the teams that we continue to play in conference, Florida and Auburn are really the only two that matter to me. Of Georgia's 4 main rivals, you've got 2 of them, Georgia Tech and at least historically Clemson, have been teams that we've played outside of the conference throughout my lifetime. So I put the question to you, Bulldog Nation, does it really matter? How big a deal is it that we continue to play Auburn? How big a deal is it that we continue to play teams like Tennessee or South Carolina, one of whom hasn't been a historic rival because we haven't played them that often, the other of whom is an historic rival, but not a team that we played for most of those years in conference play? Is it a big deal to you to continue to preserve the present conference structure? Is it a big deal to you to go to 9 conference games so that we have better home schedules than the one that we're looking at next year? Let us know what you think.